Hi there, Michael here. Today we are counting down the 10 most interesting immersive audio effects plugins that will transform your Atmos and spatial audio mixes from flat to fully three-dimensional. Before we dive in, this list is completely subjective based on my own experience with these tools in real immersive production scenarios. And as always, drop your own favorites in the comments below. I'm always looking to discover new spatial toys. What were my criteria? Well, these plugins had to create genuinely convincing 3D spatial effects, offer intuitive controls for immersive formats, and actually be useful in a professional workflow. So let's dive in. Before we get started, a quick disclaimer. This is not a sponsored video, but I did get reviewers licenses for some of the plugins I'm going to talk about. Nevertheless, everything I'm going to say is strictly my own opinion and nobody had any influence on this video whatsoever. And with that out of the way, let's jump to number 10 on my list. Acon Digital Verberate Immersive 2 Authentic Room Acoustics. Verberate Immersive 2 is an algorithmic reverb that focuses on realistic room acoustics in surround and 3D formats, supporting setups all the way up to 7.1.6. What makes it stand out is the Vivid Hall algorithm, which adds random time variance to avoid the metallic coloration common in static convolutions. The result is pristine natural reverb tails without artifacts, which is crucial when those tails are heard all around you. A standout feature is the independent 3D panning for early reflections and late reverb, allowing you to send just a reverb tail to surround speakers while keeping the source focused in front. Think of it like having separate control of the direct sound and the room's response. Use Verberate when authenticity of space is your goal, especially for film dialogue or Foley, where the environment needs to feel completely natural. Eventide Micropitch Immersive Stereo Widening Evolved. Micropitch Immersive takes Eventide's classic dual pitch shift and delay effect and spreads it across a multi-speaker immersive setup. This plugin is essentially the beloved Micropitch from Eventide's H9 series, now upgraded for Dolby Atmos and multi-channel use. You can send in a mono or stereo source and get lush stereo widening, detuning and delay repeats that envelope not just left-right but also front-back and overhead channels. The new tilt control lets you bias the effect towards the front or rear of the sound field, while channel-specific level and EQ trims help shape how these pitch shifts and delays appear in 3D space. Imagine taking that classic vocal thickening trick and expanding it to fill the entire room around your listener. Try this on synth pads for an instant immersive expansion or on guitars to create a sense of being inside the instrument. Audio Brewer's AB Chorus 3D Modulation Magic. AB Chorus is a three-dimensional chorus effect that adds immersive movement and thickness to sounds. Unlike conventional chorus that modulates mainly left-right, AB Chorus operates in width, depth and height dimensions simultaneously. The most innovative aspect is its independent modulation along each spatial axis. You can separately adjust the chorus rate and depth for front-back, left-right and up-down dimensions. It's like having 6 chorus processors unified in one plugin, allowing unprecedented control over spatial texture. The plugin automatically converts mono or stereo inputs into ambisonics internally, outputting it to binaural, 5.1, 7.1.4 Atmos, or really any other speaker layout, including regular stereo or ambisonics. Picture synthpad processed through AB Chorus with swirling modulated voices, not just around, but also above and below the listener. Use this on atmospheric elements to create subtle movement that evolves through all 3 dimensions rather than just panning side to side. And if you want to learn more about this particular plugin, I did a more detailed review some time ago. I'll leave a link to that video in the description below. Eventide Black Hole Immersive Cosmic Reverb Unleashed. Black Hole Immersive is the surround sound version of Eventide's legendary Black Hole Reverb, famous for its otherworldly, gigantic spaces. This cosmic effect is now unleashed in all 3 dimensions, filling an entire immersive field with lush, atmospheric wash. In stereo, Black Hole already sounds huge. In Atmos, it really surrounds you with ethereal decay tails that seem to extend forever. The interface provides separate level and EQ trims for different channel groups, along with an innovative front-back tilt to easily push the reverb toward the front or rear of the sound field. The gravity control lets you invert the reverb decay for rising reverse reverb effects, while the Morph ribbon controller allows smooth transitions between settings in real time. Imagine being inside a wormhole where sounds expand in all directions and time stretches indefinitely. Use black hole immersive for sci-fi sound design or to create dramatic 3D atmospheres for ambient music. It's instant spatial drama at your fingertips. Liquid Sonic's Cinematic Rooms Professional Film-Ready Realism. Cinematic Rooms Professional is a multi-channel reverb designed specifically for high-end immersive audio production, generating natural yet customizable room ambiences and halls up to 9.1.6 channels. What makes it special is the level of control it provides over the 3D reverb field. You can set longer reverb tails in the ceiling speakers for extra height envelopment, or adjust how much bleed occurs between front and surround reverbs using its crossfeed controls. Liquid Sonics pioneered a special decorrelation technology that ensures the reverb folds down to stereo of 5.1 without phase issues, crucial for productions that will be played back in various formats. It's like having a virtual acoustics environment that sounds incredible in any speaker configuration. The interface focuses on film mixing needs with post-EQ per channel group and decay time multipliers for the height layers. Use cinematic rooms when you need a reverb that translates perfectly across formats while still maintaining that immersive spatial quality that elevates a mix from good to spectacular. Before we continue, a quick reminder, if you're finding these tools helpful for your immersive audio productions, hit the like button and consider subscribing for more spatial audio tutorials and reviews. Vienna Symphonic Library Mir Pro 3D Virtual Acoustic Spaces. Mir Pro 3D is a multi-impulse response reverb and mixing environment that lets you place sound sources in virtual 3D spaces with extraordinary realism. Think of it as a virtual concert hall. You can load up a detailed 3D model of a room and then drop your instruments or audio tracks into that space visually. Unlike standard convolution reverbs that use a single impulse response, Mir uses hundreds of them and interpolates between them as you move sources around. The 3D version adds height information. You can position sources above or below and even choose virtual microphone positions to capture the sound from different perspectives. A groundbreaking innovation is its GPU processing extension, which offloads the intense calculations to your graphics card, allowing for significantly more simultaneous sources and higher order reflections without taxing your CPU, which is essential for complex orchestral projects in immersive formats. It supports formats up to third-order ambisonics or channel-based layouts for Dolby Atmos and MPEG-H. What's revolutionary is how it merges reverb and spatialization into one user interface. It's both your reverb unit and your object placement tool. Use Mir Pro 3D for orchestral recordings where maintaining natural stage positioning is critical, or for post-production where you need to match the acoustic fingerprint of a specific location. New-Gen Paragon Flexible Convolution Precision. Paragon is a true convolution reverb that's been turbocharged for immersive audio production, supporting up to 7.1.4 channel configurations out of the box. What sets it apart is its ability to let you tweak real impulse responses in real time, changing decay, room size and brightness as if it were an algorithmic reverb, but without the metallic artifacts typical of stretching an impulse response. Before Paragon, using an impulse response reverb in surround was inflexible. You were pretty much stuck with the recorded ambience. Its unique impulse response resynthesis engine means that you can reshape the reverb while maintaining the character of the original space. It's also incredibly format flexible. The same set of impulse responses data can be applied to mono through 7.1.4, automatically adjusting to your channel format. Think of it as having the DNA of real spaces that you can modify to suit your creative needs. Use Paragon when you need the authentic color of a specific location, but require the flexibility to adapt it to your production's timing and aesthetics. Audio Brewers AB Vortex Spacetime Manipulation. AB Vortex is a creative spacetime effect that warps your audio in both space and time to produce immersive textures. It's like a reverb, delay and modulation effect all fused together, running natively in the ambisonics domain. The standout innovation is its viscosity control, a parameter that lets you dial in how fluid or rigid the effect's temporal behavior is, controlling how echoes smear and morph over time. This creates a continuum between clean delay, reverb and evolving drone effects. AB Vortex works natively with up to 7th-order ambisonics input-output, so everything it does that includes internal feedback loops or modulation is calculated in 3D, yielding genuinely three-dimensional effects. Imagine a magical spell sound dispersing in all directions, or a dream sequence with ethereal echoes that swirl around or above the listener. Use AP Vortex for sound design that needs to evolve in space, or to add subtle movement to standard reverbs and delays that transforms them from static to dynamic spatial experiences. Personally, I'm a huge fan of Audio Brewers, and I also did a review of their Vortex plugin. Link, as always, is in the description below. Sound particles density, granular spatial ensemble. Density is a granular immersive effect that can turn a single sound into an ensemble of sounds spread throughout three-dimensional space. Using granular synthesis, it takes your input and replicates it into dozens of tiny variations, as if many instances were playing together. That way a voice becomes a choir or a violin becomes a string section. In immersive formats, this is quite spectacular, as those multiple voices can be distributed all around the listener with independent movement patterns. The plugin employs cutting-edge granular technology to transform one sound into a huge multi-layered sound field with spatial intelligence. With modes from simple to advanced multi-pitch ensembles, an XY pad for intuitive control, and a 3D visualizer, it puts complex granular processing at your fingertips. Imagine a single creature's call transformed into a whole crowd encircling you, or a simple synth note blossoming into an immersive pad filling the entire room. Use density when you need to create massive, spatially diverse sounds from limited source material, or when you want to add subtle movement and thickness to static elements in your immersive mix. Fiedler Audio Spacelab Interstellar all-in-one spatial workstation. Taking the top spot on my list, Spacelab Interstellar is a high-end immersive 3D reverb combined with a 3D penner, handling a staggering 256 inputs and 256 outputs for any speaker layout from standard Atmos to custom arrays. What makes it revolutionary is how it combines reverb, panning and spatialization in one cohesive workflow. You insert Spacelab on an aux master, send it all your sources, and then pen those sources in a 3D visual interface while applying ultra-realistic room reverb to all of them. Each sound source gets its own early reflection pattern based on its position, and that is continuously updated as the source moves. The reverb itself is highly sculptable with spatial EQ to shape tone in different parts of the room, and a 9-band decay editor to tune reverb time frequency by frequency. Born from Fraunhofer research, it yields incredibly realistic 3D rooms and smooth motion through them. Think of it as a laboratory for spatial sound where physics actually apply to how audio moves and reverberates. Use Spacelab Interstellar for complex immersive productions where you need precise control over both positioning and acoustic environment. It's truly more than just a reverb, more than just panning, but a complete spatial mixing solution. Spacelab also integrates natively with Fiedler Audio's Dolby Atmos Composer, which is an absolute game changer in the world of Dolby Atmos production. I've covered that in a previous video. Link, as always, is in the description below. And there we have it, 10 plugins that will transform your immersive audio mixes from basic to breathtaking 3D experiences. But I'm really curious, which one caught your attention? Let me know in the comments below or share your own spatial audio techniques. If you found this helpful, as always, hit the like and subscribe buttons for more immersive audio content, and you can also join our free Discord for deeper discussions on spatial audio techniques. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.